Hey guys, I'm back with a new video, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 5 favorite drugstore foundations at the moment, especially if you have oily skin or combo skin, or if you struggle like me from discoloration and you just want coverage but you still want your skin to look natural and not too cakey. You're gonna love these foundations. Before I get into the video, of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you wanna see more videos from me. And also don't forget to hit your notification button. And of course, at the end of the video, if you like it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. So I think I'm gonna start from like the oldest to the newest, just to get them out of the way. Okay, so the first foundation is actually a stick foundation. If you do not know what this is, I'm sure you do. I love it. I've been using it since it came out, which is really rare for me because if you guys watch my channel, you know that I can't stand stick foundations because most of the time they're too thick, they're cakey, they don't blend well, they don't last long. I just don't like the way they feel on my skin. But this I love. This is the ColourPop No Filter Sticks. I'm in the shade medium dark 145W. This foundation stick, as you can see, it looks disgusting because I've used it so much. To me, I feel like this is a great on the go foundation, especially if you're a parent. This was my go-to when I was pregnant with Zoe because I was so lazy and I didn't feel like really doing anything. I would literally just go over the spots I needed coverage, blend it out with my finger or like a kabuki brush and keep it moving. That's why I love this foundation. This is a quick foundation, but you also could use it if you want more of a full glam, and it does last. And I think the reason why this foundation stick lasts longer than the normal ones, by the way, I think this is only $6, I believe, which is crazy cheap. I don't remember the prices on the top of my head, but I'm definitely gonna put them in the video for you guys. But this foundation stick, I think the reason why it lasts longer than normal foundation sticks is because it's more on the satin matte side versus a lot of other foundation sticks feel kind of like too creamy. So this one I'm gonna apply right now. I actually have no foundation on. I wanted to show you guys how these foundations look on my bare skin so you can really, you know, get a feel for them instead of me just talking about them. So I'm actually gonna use it on this side because this side you can see I have like the most discolorations and scars. What I used to do is just pat it in the areas that I needed to and just blend it out, tap the brush, and look, already coverage. So that's why I like this foundation stick. I just feel like they did a really good job with the formula. Also, I will say, obviously with the foundation stick, you want to use a kabuki, and I think that's what makes the process of applying this foundation faster. This is my baby because it's just so fast. It's so beautiful. Look at the coverage. Let me get up close and personal for you guys. I think I'm gonna keep the camera like this so you guys can see, really see in 4K. Let's cover up this pimple. In 4K how these foundations look. So there you go. And I like this foundation stick because obviously a foundation stick doubles as a concealer as well, if you didn't know. So let's go under my eye and show you the coverage. I'm gonna just blend it out with my finger, and look, it can double as a under eye concealer. So that is why this has to be one of my main squeezes and one of my favorite foundations of 2020. Still, the second one, I know you guys love this one and I do too. This is from NYX and this is the Total Control Drop Foundation. This foundation, I love this foundation so much because you literally only need a few drops and you just take your brush, spread it on your face. Coverage, like it's easy, it's fast, it's quick. It also reminds me of, I don't know which one came out first, but if you like the Dermablend foundation, which is the drop foundation, I believe I have it over here. Dermablend Flawless Creator Multi-Use Liquid Pigment Foundation. They're very similar. They both have the droppers. NYX comes with a little less, but it's more affordable. Dermablend obviously costs more, but they're very, very similar as far as formula, coverage, texture, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna show you how easy it is to, oh no, I got it on my shirt. Got foundation on my shirt. That's one con already, is that the dropper, although I love that it does do that, there are plenty times when I have dropped this foundation on my shirt and ruin it. Anywho, so I just applied the NYX coverage drops on my face and look how easy I just blend that. All I did was drop it, boom, with the brush, and look at the coverage. And this actually matches me way better, you can see, than the ColourPop. You can see that the ColourPop sticks is more full coverage. The NYX coverage drops, they are full coverage as well. It's just obviously you have to add layers. So I'm gonna add another layer so you can see the coverage. And that is one of the pros about this foundation. It's very lightweight with full coverage. The ColourPop stick is a little thicker, but it's still comfortable. The NYX Coverage Drops is really comfortable on the skin, and just look how it blends and look how it matches me. I promise you, this is a foundation where if you put this on and only this, didn't do the rest of your makeup and went out, people would think this was your skin. They would literally be like, wow, you have really nice skin, which is a lot of, it's something I do a lot. And a lot of the times you guys see my skin, you guys comment, you're like, wow, your skin's so flawless. And I'm like, it's not my skin. I have foundation on. It's bomb. It lasts throughout the day, especially if you're a baker or you like to set. I do feel like this foundation is suitable for all skin types. Dry, this will be your main squeeze. Oily and combo, I feel like combo, you want to set, you don't need to bake or anything. You might have to touch up throughout the day. Same with oily. But I feel like if you have oily skin, you guys know there's no such thing as us not touching up throughout the day. It might not be as long depending on different foundations, but when you have oily skin, it is what it is, and you're gonna have to touch up, you're gonna have to set your makeup, unless you're someone who likes that dewy glow finish. That's just gonna be your life for the rest of your life. So just accept it, it's okay. At least you're not gonna get wrinkles early. Just be happy with it. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. But this foundation, you will still love, I promise you, and it's affordable, obviously, because it's drugstore. Look at this. All right, so the next one, which is my third one, that I love so much, and I've been using it for a long time. You guys see me use it all the time, and it's one of my favorite brands. It's the e.l.f. Cosmetics Flawless Finish Foundation. I love this foundation, and I like it because it's oil free, which most foundations should be, and it's a satin finish. So I'm in the color Maple Tan with golden olive undertones, which I just figured out. I know it's crazy and I should have known this already, but I just figured out that I have olive undertones and I didn't know. I thought I was just straight up yellow, but no, that's not the truth. So I'm gonna take my little LC sponge. I like to apply this foundation with a sponge because it's very liquidy, more on the wet side, so it needs blending. So I'm gonna use this side of the sponge, and you really don't need much, but I'm gonna show you obviously the coverage. So I will say this foundation is more on the refreshing side. To me, it kind of reminds me of it kind of reminds me of the Huda Beauty foundation. Even the smell of it, like, it's not as intense. The e.l.f. Cosmetics foundation isn't as tense as the Huda. As far as the fragrance, I don't know if it's fragrance free. Nope, there's fragrance, yeah. So if you are someone who breaks out from fragrance or your skin just doesn't do well with it, then you're probably not gonna like this. But if you see the coverage, look how quickly I blended that out. I mean, obviously it was quick because look how huge the sponge is. It covered my scars, it covered my discoloration. This is, for me, a foundation that I definitely need to set. I personally wouldn't go out with it like this. I do like how it looks, but this isn't one of the foundations, like out of the 5, where I put it on and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go and act like this is my skin. It is a little more on the wet side. It does set, but it doesn't set enough for me, but I still love it because it's very light. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my face. And like I said, it gives you the coverage. I think this is a foundation that can be worn for all different skin types. It's just if you are extremely oily like me, I just would set this area. But like I said, you can see that it's slowly setting. Okay, so my fourth favorite foundation, well, my fourth favorite drugstore foundation of 2020, it's from Milani. It's the Screen Queen Natural Finish Foundation. I'm in the color 410 Warm Tawny. This foundation it's amazing. The finish is supposed to be luminous natural skin finish, buildable light to medium coverage, and long wear. So that's another thing that I like about it. It's not a full coverage foundation. I feel like you can make it full coverage if you really want to. You can make any foundation full coverage. I'm gonna use the same sponge, but I'm gonna use the other side to apply this foundation. This foundation really has been something that I've fallen in love with. I love it so much. I'm gonna use it on this side so you can see the coverage. I just feel like it's so light and fresh, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just so good. Look at the coverage. You can see this one is not as dewy and shiny as the e.l.f. one, even though I still love the e.l.f. one. This one is not, it's more, I feel like, it's like it says, it's more of a a skin finish, like more of a natural finish, and that's why I like it. This is one of those foundations that you can apply and just begin applying your makeup, and you don't have to set it if you don't want to, or it is a foundation you can just wear the foundation and go out as is. Like I literally would do the other side and go out like this and call it a day. It's not super greasy, it's not thick, it's not heavy. Not sure how much it costs. It has digital blue light filter, what the hell that is. And it sets a little bit, it doesn't set all the way, which I like. That's why it reminds me of the NARS. It's a very workable, buildable foundation where you kind of can customize it to whatever you want it to be, and that's why I really like it. I love this foundation. Like I hope they never discontinue it. They did a really good job on the formula. You would think if I came on camera right now, started the video like this, that this is my skin. Okay, so the 5th foundation that I'm obsessed with. It is a new foundation, but I've been wearing it like every day. Let me just introduce you to this new foundation that I love. This baby right here, this is from Makeup Revolution. This is the FX foundation. I'm in the shade 11.2. When I tell you this foundation, I don't even need to talk. I'm just gonna apply it because I'm gonna use the other side of the sponge. You can see that's the other side that's dirty. I'm gonna use this side to apply it. When I tell you, and the shades they have so many shades. This one is a little more on the yellow side, which I actually like. Because obviously with Drugstore, I feel like I do find that a lot of the foundations, when it gets around my shade range, they tend to think we're more like on the red side. And this foundation, look at the coverage. Mind you, it's like extreme full coverage, but it's not thick and cakey. It does not feel heavy. It doesn't feel thick. It doesn't feel like you're putting frosting on your face. If I could give you a comparison of the coverage, I would say it's equal to, I can't really think of one right now. I'm trying to think of a high-end foundation. Okay, this is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the Lancome I can't pronounce it, Tiente Idol, whatever foundation, but more full coverage and a better undertone and shades. It is literally like that foundation. So if you love the Lancome Tint Idol foundation, you are gonna love this foundation. It also lasts for a really long time. This is also a foundation you do not have to set if you don't want to. It kind of reminds me of like a powder liquid foundation, but without it looking patchy or dry. Compared to all the other foundations that I showed you, this is the most matte, most satin, longest lasting, most coverage. Even if you have dry skin, I feel like you could work with it. I really do. I don't know how they did it. Like, and it dries, it sets. So as you can see, look, I'm moving it with my finger and it doesn't come off. With this foundation, if you bake or anything like that, oh my gosh, your makeup isn't going anywhere. And I like that even though it is thick and full coverage, it doesn't start to separate and kind of cake up, like especially in the nose area. This has been my baby for the past few months. So those were my top 5 favorite 2020 Drugstore affordable amazing foundations that I had to share with you guys. I really stand behind all of the foundations that I shared with you in this video. I hope I helped you out. I hope that, I hope you made a decision if you were trying to figure out what foundation you wanted to spend your money on. One thing I just love is that they're affordable. You guys know, although I like to try my high-end makeup, at the end of the day, when it comes to my roots and what I truly love, it's my drugstore makeup. It is what it is. I would love if you could comment below and let me and everyone know what is your top favorite drugstore foundation. If you guys want to see more videos like this from me, which I hope you do because I love doing videos like this, please comment below and let me know. If you like the format that I did where I try on the product instead of just sitting here talking about it, also let me know that, because I know that's what I used to do in the past, and it is helpful just to see how a product actually looks on your face versus just speaking about it, because that doesn't really help, like, let's be real. I also want to do a concealer version, my top 5 favorite drugstore concealers of 2020. So if you want to see that video, comment below and let your girl know, because I'm gonna do it. And if you don't comment below, I'm still gonna do it anyways, but I just want to know, I just want to get that confirmation that you want to see it. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.
It's my Ray Ray. Hold up, it's my Ray Ray. Hold up. hold up, it's my Ray Ray.